with the whole COVID thing and stuff, it's been a while to get packages sent and received and stuff like that. So today I got my Fortune Auto 500 coilover system with the APLS system. I'm going to do an unboxing today of these coilovers. Right here is a box. It probably has the compressor system in it, and then I got the coilovers here. These are hand built by Fortune Auto, so whenever you order them, it does take a while to get them because of that reason too. When you order them, they get the order, they make them, they're built by hand. It says so on the box here, but let's open them up and take a look. Alright, open up the two boxes here. In this box, let's see what we got. We got our spanner wrenches in here. Let's see. Open up this bag here. Oh, it came with some masks. Like I said, it's the whole COVID era right now. We also got a certificate for this coilover system. Instructions. So the user's guide tell us how to install, what's important about it. We'll look over that in a little bit. So in this box here, let's see what we got here. We got some control arms here. All right, let me open up some of these so that I can take a look. So I took them out of their packaging. I got one rear here. Right here, they're really nice looking. This is the front. This is the piston system. So what it does is it rides just like a coilover, but then when you air it up, this piston will lift the car up. This system for the BRZ happens to just be the two in the front, so it'll lift the front up. And then that's about it. They ride just like coilovers, but then they'll lift up the front so you can get over bumps, get in your driveway, stuff like that. So I took the air compressor out of the box. It actually comes on this cool platform here. It came with a diagram of how it's supposed to be hooked up. It actually shows a dual system where this one's just the front. But the same should apply. So it came on the cool little platform. It has the tank, it has the compressor, it has the power line here, it has the switch here. So we'll figure all this out, install it in the car. I'll probably install the coilovers first, and then install the compressor second. The coilovers can work without the air. That's one cool function about this system, is that you can run with coilovers. So if your compressor goes out, unlike air ride systems, if your compressor goes out in an air ride systems, you're kind of stuck. With this system, you drive and stuff at your normal height, and then when you need to get over a bump or get in the driveway, you press the switch, the front of your car goes up, you're able to go over those bumps with no problems. I also noticed on here, it kind of shows a diagram of how these systems work. So you can see that the piston system goes through the coilover, and then when you put air, it lifts it up. So that's about it for this video. I'll be back with the installation video. Thank you. Okay, so I've laid my coilovers out. I took apart 2 of them, one front and one rear. I'm going to prep them to put them on the car, but first I want to make sure that I have them set so that they don't get any rust, they don't lock up, stuff like that. So to maintain them, it's preferable to put some anti-seize on the threads before you install them, and then just once a year or so redo it, clean them off, re-put the anti-seize, and then you're good to go. It'll make them last a long time. They won't lock up on you. So if you need to change your ride height for some reason, let's say you get a body kit, or you get aero on your car that lowers your profile, or bigger tires, or whatever, you need to change the ride height. You don't want them to lock up on you, destroying your coilovers, destroying your locking rings. So you want to put some anti-seize on them. First off, you want to clean this with microfiber towel. Make sure there's no dust or dirt on them to begin with, and then you lay beads of anti-seize on it. Put the collars back on. Put them, screw them all the way up and all the way down so they get on all the threads. It keeps the water out of it. It keeps it from rusting. And that's about it. Let me get started here, and then I'll get back to you to show you what it looks like. So I added the anti-seize to this strut here. I laid a couple beads. I just got this from my local AutoZone. You get different ones from different places. A lot of places, if you look online, there's a lot of recommendations for what's the best. But I've also seen basically any kind of anti-seize that is used for metal, the correct temperatures or whatever will work, as long as you keep up on it. Once a year you do this, it should be fine. So what I did was lay a couple beads along the threads, and then I used the locking collar, ran it all the way down and back out, wiped off the excess, and now I should be good to go. I took some of that excess and put it on my other coilover so that it just didn't go to waste, but it should be good to go, ready to set up and then be able to put on the car. I'm gonna do this for all of these here, but that's just about it. That's prepping it so that you don't ruin these over time. They don't lock up, they don't seize, and that's about it. So I put this one back together, and then went to go set the preload. The preload on these ones, it recommends about a 1/8 of an inch preload on the rears. So I tightened the locking collar hand tight, and then recommends not using the spanner wrenches, but using a screwdriver and hammer and tightening like this, because they say in the instructions that these ones will come loose if you don't use the hammer. So I used a tape measure, measured it out, and then I used the hammer, hammered it in, measured it again, needed a little bit more until I got it to the right preload. The preload you set and you don't touch it after that. You use the actual locking collar here to set your height. So we're gonna do that later once we take the other coilovers out of the, or take the suspension out of the car, compare them, figure out how much we want to lower it, and then we'll go from there. But this one is all set to go. I need to work on the front one, and then of course all the rest. But this one is ready to go, and has the anti-seize on it, so it won't rust, it won't get any water, it won't lock up on me. So this one is good to go. Alright, just got done prepping the last one. It did take some time to get all of these prepped out. I set the preload on all the springs, but took me a while, but we're ready to go. We're gonna be able to install these and not have to worry about these things. Hopefully these tips help. It does take a while, but hopefully it saves some time and money in the future. Things not seizing up on you, things breaking. This will protect your coilovers with the anti-seize. And then also when you set your preload, make sure you set your preload according to the instructions in your manual. And then do not set the height of your car using your springs or your preload setting. Preloads are set for your spring, and then you use the actual locking collar on the bottom and use that for your height adjust. So stay tuned for the next installment when I actually go to install these coilovers and then the air system. Alright, have a nice day.